Hi guys, Shazada here. Today we'll be unboxing the Z Fold7. So see, we got the back. So what are the major differences? One, it is a bit more thinner, and then one of the cameras at the rear camera, the main camera, it has been upgraded from 50 megapixel to 200 megapixel, same as the normal Ultra series. Okay, let's unbox the device itself. So this is the white model, which is exclusive from Samsung website. So there are a few other options which you can get. So as I said earlier, the main difference on this one is the phone itself. It is much more thinner compared to like the Fold 6. So these are, as you can see here, I'm just gonna close this. Oh, sorry, forgot to add this. So this is almost, as you can see, it's like the thickness is almost. Okay, so main things. One, as you can see, it is much more thinner than compared to the older series. If you will not notice it as that much if you're using the cases, but obviously, as you can see, it is much more thinner. The back cameras, they do look a bit bigger compared to the older, because the one is it's the bigger sensor because it has been upgraded from 500 to 1200. The nit brightness or the peak brightness, it's on same. They have moved the flash sensor a bit lower. The charge capacity, the charging speed, I mean, both is same. 25 on the wired one and 15 on the wireless. So that remains same. The battery, it still stays the same. As you can see, this does look a bit more bigger, and then also if you look, it is a bit more wider. So the front screen will look a bit more like a normal screen itself, because they have moved it from the older screen, which was 22 by 22.1 by 9, so it is more like 21 by 9, so it's like a more normal screen at the front that itself. The biggest issue, the battery still stays the same. The Samsung, which is saying it is, it will last you longer, that's more to do with the Snapdragon chip, and then also the optimization on Android. There's nothing to do with Samsung. They do need to upgrade to like a better battery. Other foldables, they have gone to like like almost close to the 5000 milliamps, so we need that. So yes, this does feel a bit more lighter compared to your old Fold itself. So let's, okay, so so there's a few things going on the net, because there is a delay, so you won't be getting these devices straight away, especially if you're getting this color. If you do go to 1 terabyte, there's an option to get like 16 gigs of RAM compared to the 12 gig, which everybody's getting. But it's one, and obviously the biggest thing, this does not come, well, now it doesn't support S Pen. It used to be. So there are ways which you can get there, but it's not fully compatible as of now, because to make this thinner, they have removed the panel bit. So let's just turn it on. I'm guessing the battery is not connected. Let's just, or it might be the front one. Okay. Well, yeah, I think the battery is... Okay, battery is charged, so I don't know why it's not turning on. Ah, finally. or it might be you gotta tap it instead of like hold it, which used to be the case, but at least it's turning on now. So the screen itself, as you can see, it does looks a bit more normal compared to, so I think now most people will use the front screen a bit more compared to the older versions. So this is the device itself. So there aren't that many major upgrades. Yes, compared to the Fold 5 to Fold 6, it has huge improvements, because like in the Fold 5, the major improvement was, as you can see, the screen itself was fully closing, while the older generation it was more of like a, it was like hugging. Like now that's not the case, they fully like they close. It's the same, the design is almost the same thing, so there is not that many changes. So the camera is new. It is much more thinner than it comes with the new version of Android, Android 16 out of the box, while on this one you got to update. So that's pretty much it. I know for like almost like a $2,000 device, there's not that many points to talk about. Yes, everybody will say, you know, the camera is like really good and things like that, because that's more to do with the AI optimization from the software side itself. So these can be deployed on the older devices as well. So it's not something really fancy. So if Samsung wanted, they can even push to even the legacy ones. Obviously, they might not have the latest chip, and it might not have that sort of processing, but they can be. Because you can see these things, you do need a case with them, otherwise they will move on their own, or get like a better insurance, so for your phone is covered. Yes, like some people they just use without the cases. I can't. It's a really expensive device, so I would suggest like any case you can get, like get a decent quality. Because, and what I've seen, like the cases are for these ones, they also cost between $30 to $60 ish, or £60 ish. So get something. I know this is not like a really flashy review, but there's, to be honest, there's not much to talk about it. Yeah, so in the box itself, let's see what else is there. It's gonna be like normal stuff. Okay, this is your screen cover. You will most likely you will get a SIM card ejector tool. That's one. And you will get like a cable, and then you will get a quick starter guide. That's pretty much it in this instance. If you have any questions, do let me know. It's just like kind of, to be honest, it's just getting a bit sadder. Like you're not getting, obviously you're upgrading, yes, which is like quite fun. You're getting a newer device, but then like used to be, you get like quite few new things with the Samsung devices, which is not the case anymore. But it is what it is. If you have any questions, do let me know. I'm gonna use the device and I'll do like a feedback thingy. If you have any questions, ask me. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Have a good day. Bye bye.